Hey, welcome to the River News. I'm Lisa Piper reporting news that you can use at noon with the river. Want to do a quick recap of yesterday's services. I always try to write down my favorite quotes. I'm going to share two with you today. Pastor Jones was again talking about our core values and came out of the gate just being thankful, as was part of his message for some of the folks that are making things happen around here. But my favorite quote was, "Some people aren't thankful for what they have because of that one thing they don't." Now that hit pretty close to home. It's really easy to be frustrated about something and not realizing what kind of. How do you all see that? My light just went out. I'll try to light it up best I can. And then last night, Bishop Johnson, he had so many great quotes, but I forgot to take my paper and pen. So I grabbed my phone and I grabbed this one. He did not preach on tithing, but I thought this quote was good. We don't have a tithing problem, we have a believing problem. He basically was talking about all kinds of sin, and that if we are encompassed in sin, then there's some issues there. His preaching was fantastic. We had the altars were full, and I haven't counted how many baptisms we had. We were baptizing two at a time last night. Not me, but the folks that do that. And I love the testimony. If you didn't get to see last night's service of the couple, I think they're from Voice of Faith that had been separated for 4 months. And God came in and did a miracle and restored that family. I love those kinds of testimonies. It's so great. Hey, Missy. So good to see you here on the live feed. Now, Pastors Connect is today at 3 o'clock. We do that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Pastor Jones usually leads it on Monday, Pastor Clint Hopper on Tuesday, and Pastor Alan Menser leads it on Wednesday. I am not privy to who their guests are this week, but I know it will be fantastic on YouTube and on Facebook at 3 p.m. Have you noticed that there's been a time change for Colton and Lisa in the morning? Hi, Perry. Good seeing you. Uh, we used to do it at 8:30 with our new system. It has to start. If you notice, sometimes we would be a few minutes late. Emily has told us we cannot do that anymore. So we have to get in and get started because the system we have actually starts at the time that it says we're going to start. So if you like joining us, sometimes we pray, sometimes we sing, sometimes Colton just plays. We just seek the Lord in the morning at 8:45. That sometimes lasts till 9, or it could last till 9:30, depending on what's going on. And then right after that, we go into the chapel for prayer. That's open to anyone. It's not a talking time, but necessarily it should not be. Sometimes we will talk. But for the most part, it's going to be a time of prayer. Prayer is so important. And I want to encourage you all to be praying about revival, be praying about what God's doing in Kentucky and in our land. It is amazing. We have a little bit of resistance, but, God's doing his thing. Another prayer opportunity is Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. for those who can come out and join Pastor. And I think there's a lot of guys that come out and pray on Saturday morning. So that's really great. If you'd like more information about the river, totheriver.com is, looky there, is our website. I'll just put that ticker up there, even though I think there's a misspelling in there. Maybe not. But revival starts tonight at 7 p.m. with Bishop Lance Johnson. Prayer will start at 6:30. So band, we will start our rehearsal at 6 o'clock. I think I misquoted that last week and did some fake news. But if it's anything last night, I think there may have been a record attendance last night for the revival services. And then if it's anything like last night, you guys don't want to miss it. What happened was the revival went to instead of being housed at the river like 2 weeks ago, we went to Voice of Faith, and there was some incredible breakthroughs that happened. And then when we came back into the river, that carried over, and we're just seeing God do miracles. I saw a drug addict set free, maybe two of those in the last week. We have seen some people with depression get set free. We have seen some healings, marriages being restored. So that is pretty awesome. You don't want to miss that. That's for sure. Okay. Men's meeting for the River of Men and guests this Thursday in the chat in the sanctuary. No. In the fellowship hall at 6 p.m. If you have questions about that, you're going to want to see Drew Fopp for that. And then in 2 weeks from yesterday, Amber is going to start the Set Yourself Free class. And that's a 6 or 7 week class. You will need a book. The book is $10, but if you don't have the $10, we will loan you a copy for the class. And that's going to be I think it's at 9:15 in the chapel on Sunday mornings. Our new believers classes continue on Tuesday nights. And I think they are in like week 7, and there's 10 sessions on that. So you can, if you want to get in on that, you can do that fairly soon. But if you have not been, or you want to get a refresher course, make sure and sign up with Amber for the Set Yourself Free class. Now you can also email the church at office@theriver.com if you'd like to sign up or have more questions about that. Now, some of you don't know that we have a youth center. You pass it if you're coming from Nortonville. There on the left, it's this long gray building. It's called the Damascus Roadhouse, and that's for ages 12 through high school seniors. And that's on 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights. The kids, I think they have a kid band. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do there. Pastor Joanne Jones leads that ministry with her team. It's fantastic. So if your youngins haven't eaten, ages 2 through 18 also are fed for free on Wednesday nights from 5:30 to 6:45. So you literally could drop those teenagers off at 5:30. They can eat, they can play, and hang out. And then at 7 o'clock, have their own service there, which is fantastic. We really got some teenagers on fire for God right now, which is amazing. Now, we have a kids' church on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. Listen, if your child needs to learn how to pray, we have the kids ministry for you. Our kids know how to pray, they know how to seek God, and we really love that. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask Pam Owen or ask one of the ushers, and they'll get you to the right place. One other thing I wanted to mention on this News You Can Use broadcast is that until further notice, our services Sunday nights are at 6:30. That allows Bishop a chance to drive all the way from Ranger, Georgia to here for revival services. We pray at 6, at 6:30 revival services start, and that's a conglomeration of several churches coming together. The River's name is on there. It's here in our building, but that wouldn't happen without the churches coming together for sure. Now, the one thing I want to mention to you is that Prophet John Harkey will be here August the 15th through the 18th. Mark your calendar for that. Now, ladies, if you'll remember, that is our week for our game night, but we're not going to do that because we're going to be revivaling all week long. And you're going to have to take care probably of the family or resting or whatever. So we're going to bump that up to the last Friday in August for our women's game night. We have a lot of fun doing that. If you'd like more questions if you have questions about that, you can contact me at office@totheriver.com. Well, I think that's all of the announcements that we have. Thanks all of the River people and friends keeping the grounds up, keeping everything cleaned up, even having a big old swimming pool in our sanctuary. There's a lot of work to that, upkeep to the pool, washing the towels, washing the linens, the clothes, all that kind of stuff. Great job. We had what we called the Amber Project the last week. Thank you so much to all of those involved in that wonderful blessing. And guess what? That wasn't just river folk either. We had some representatives from Voice of Faith joining in and fulfilling the commission of the gospel and loving one another and taking care of one another. So that's all I've got for today. God bless you guys. We'll see you tonight at the river, either online or in house at 7 p.m., 6:30 for prayer. God bless.